Want to have a proper YouTube studio / workspace but don't have the space? This video will show you an example of how you can turn a small space into a highly functioning YouTube studio. So stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm Stat and welcome to Just Stat. Give this video a like as I'm about to take you through the workspace that I do all my editing, a lot of videos like this and plenty more. So the room I got to work with, we live in a very small house. This is a very small room, approximately 3 meters by 3 meters, maybe a touch less. And to achieve what I had to do, it took a bit of planning. Also, to be a highly functional workspace, I had to be organised. In today's video, I want to go through absolutely everything I use, from the camera mounts, the lighting, the equipment that I use, keyboards, peripherals, organisation, the desk that I use, and heaps more. And this is all achievable for anyone with a small budget and a small room. I wish I saw a video like this when I was starting out. The desk space is a nice 2 meter long IKEA bench top, which is like a birch finish. The table legs also from IKEA, as is the cable management underneath. One little thing about the cable management, I know it's very popular in IKEA. Putting power boards in there is a bit haphazard, so I am looking for an alternative solution, but it is doing the job just fine now. The drawers, you guessed it, IKEA. I've got 3 sets in this study, and they're all labelled with different things. Most of it is vlogging related. Got lighting equipment, camera mounts, GoPro accessories, drone accessories, extra power boards, extra USB cables, memory cards, all that sort of stuff, and it's all labelled, and that way if I need something, I know exactly where it is, which is really cool. Lighting is something that I've never really spent a great deal of time on, especially in a workspace. But after watching a lot of YouTube videos and doing a lot of research about how to go to the next level, to achieve good lighting, I needed to invest in some good lighting. And toing and froing with what would work best in a small space. Obviously, most people go for a nice big soft light if you have the space. I don't have the space. So I did a bit of further research and found out Elgato, and Elgato do a beautiful key light, which is fully controllable, and it's also desk mountable as well, controllable on an iPad using the Control Center app from Elgato. This goes along well with the influencer lights that I've shown you in a previous video. Then I thought about a ring light. I've always wanted a decent ring light. I bought a cheap one off of eBay, which I used at the start of this vlog actually. Not a fan. It's already drained a heap of my batteries, and you do have to look at certain things and realise that it's cheap for a reason, obviously. So I bought the ring light from Elgato, which again is controlled on the Control Center app with Elgato, and it's tripod mountable, which is great as well. For the backlighting, which you will see, got a Philips Hue system here. The 2 panel lights that sit behind the iMac. And it's just a beautiful soft lighting and atmospheric lighting as well as an LED strip by Philips that sits behind the desk and just gives that nice lighting. That's more for aesthetics, but it certainly creates a nice vibe in here when I'm sitting down and editing or even playing games or anything. Let's talk mounting. One of the biggest things about having a small space is tripods and the amount of space they actually use. Then I discovered also with Elgato, multi-mounts which you can fix to desks. I'm utilising one of the many multi-mounts that I've got from Elgato. This is actually sitting on top of one of the IKEA cubes right now. And that gives me several different ways to work, and especially with the multi-arms and other side arms and all the other bits and pieces that Elgato have, I'm able to put my camera in different positions like I'm doing right now. So I can go from this to this. Very, very simple to do. My biggest thing was I don't have an overhead camera ring for unboxing and demonstrations and that, which I've got now. And from that I built from there with the key light. I thought I can put a side arm from Elgato on that. therefore I can have another camera that can sit there. That's another way I've saved space in this space, is by removing the need for tripods and going with all sorts of multifunctional mounts. Another part of the desk setup is obviously the PCs, and I wanted a simple solution that would be able to put both PCs onto a desk but be managed by one set of peripherals. The Logitech MX Master mouse and also the Logitech MX keys, sort of a solution that will work with 3 devices by clicking one simple button on each device, being the mouse and keyboard, to connect to a different machine, which is perfect for this setup. By pressing this button on the keyboard and this button on the mouse, I'm able to control multiple devices. A perfect solution for switching in between machines. So we've got the iMac here and the Samsung M7 smart monitor to the left. I'm not a big fan of Samsung by any means, but this was one solution that was going to work best for this room, being that it is a large sort of a canvas for editing. And also the ability to do USB-C charging, and also it has an input on the back for that, so I'm able to connect up the iMac and have this one as a second monitor, but also have a USB-C cable that comes across to here if I want to plug in my MacBook and charge it, and also have a second display. This is also for my Windows 11 desktop, which is underneath this desk, and that's mainly for gaming, etc. I've just formatted it and that's all ready for that. Green screen. This is something that I got just a bit before COVID, basically for a few ideas that we have for short films, but it is also going to be very handy if I ever get into the streaming side of things, which is something I've looked at. But this is the Elgato green screen, which comes straight out of a cylinder type suitcase. It is the easiest thing I have ever had to pack up and put away, or reassemble. There is nothing to it, maybe 2 seconds worth of setting up, which is really cool for something so huge. I must explain, this video is not sponsored by Elgato. Creating a YouTube studio in a small space is achievable on a moderate small budget. Obviously there's a lot of cheaper options out there, which I don't recommend. Let me know in the comments if you have any feedback or questions. I'm happy to answer. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time on Just That. Take care. Bye bye.